Hello, good morning. It's Thursday the 16th. I'm FX Plu and I've just been kicked off the train at Woking. So if we get heckled by some dirty chavs, that's Woking. Anyway, Boris had a cabinet reshuffle yesterday. Dominic Raab has been replaced as Foreign Secretary. International Trade Secretary Liz Truss steps up into that role while Raab moves to the Justice Department. He also becomes Deputy Prime Minister, which is a position that's not been filled since 2015. And despite frequent controversy, Priti Patel remains in her role as Home Secretary, and despite the rumours of disagreements with Boris, Sunak has retained his seat as Chancellor. That means he gets a bit more time to see out his plan to steer the recovery, and consistency is probably a good thing because we had inflation data out yesterday and that came out at 3.2% in August. That's up from 2% in July, and it's the highest we've seen since 2012. Current forecasts suggest that inflation will peak early in the new year and then return to lower levels in about a year's time. So there's no real pressure on the Bank of England to start tapering support yet. That said, next week's MPC meeting will welcome the new chief economist Hugh Pill to the game, and he's an apparent hawk, so there may be a shift towards taking action to counter inflation. Despite the inflation data, sterling remained in a narrow range yesterday, and that serves as a timely reminder that the market sees Andrew Bailey firmly on team transitory and unlikely to rush into combating inflation anytime soon. We traded between 137.90, 138.50 against the dollar yesterday. Over in the US, Senator Manchin has been on. He is a member of the House Finance Committee, and he's been rallying Democrat senators around the idea of a strategic pause in spending. He thinks that the $3.2 trillion planned for welfare, childcare and medical care is neither sensible nor affordable, especially after the $1.2 trillion has been committed to infrastructure plans. His idea is gathering pace, and that may be a challenge to Biden and his Treasury in their efforts to build a more reliable domestic economy. Weekly jobless claims are out today. That will provide an update to whether the employment outlook remains on a good course. But in the market, there's not been much action for the dollar. The dollar index rather trod water a little yesterday. That traded either side of about 92.50, and euro dollar kicks off this morning from just over 118. So right, that's it from me. We made it with no heckling. Maybe I misjudged Woking. Apologies to anyone who took offence to that. Join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.